Hi everyone, Stephanie here. So if you are working to implement the science of reading, you've probably heard about this phrase, core reading program. But what exactly is a core reading program and why do you need one, more importantly? So core reading program, so the word core is really referring to that spine or backbone that forms the central primary driving force of reading instruction for all students. So I think about the core of an apple. That's the substantial part that all of the juicy and sweet pieces can be added to, right? So a core reading program is what's used by all teachers. It needs to be matched to the needs of the majority of students, so it should be selected for that reason. And it should be implemented consistently by all teachers. So core program, the core of your instruction. Not that other pieces can't be added, not that it can't be supplemented, but there needs to be a good solid backbone. Why is this important? Well, first of all, because reading is high stakes. It is, I would argue, the most important skill that we teach students in school. It's essential that everybody becomes a reader. So it's high stakes. We need to get it right. We need to not leave the reading instruction to chance. So a good core reading program will include the elements that make it more likely that students will become readers. We don't want it to be accidental, depending on the teacher that your child lands in, or depending on which school within a district you happen to go to. It should be consistent and not left to chance because reading is such an essential skill. The other word that you might hear related to core reading program is comprehensive. So core reading programs should be comprehensive in nature, which means they should involve the instruction of all of the essential skills, those 5 essential core components: phonological or phonemic awareness, oral language and vocabulary, the alphabetic principle and basic phonics, reading comprehension, and so on. So comprehensive in what is taught, comprehensive in the way that it's taught. So there should be pieces involved in that core reading program that allow you to have all the bits that you need, all of the lessons, all of the sequence, all of the instructional routines, all of the assessments, all of the materials. So the core program should be comprehensive in nature. Another word that you hear describing core reading programs is coherent. So we want instruction that hangs together, that's integrated. This can be across the language structures. We want the morphology instruction to be integrated with the vocabulary instruction, right? We want all of the components within grades to be coherent and linked together in a logical sequence. We want the essential components of instruction across grade level to be coherent. And if possible, coherence would also involve linking the core reading program to intervention materials at Tier 2 or Tier 3. And I'm going to add an additional C word for you to think about related to your core reading program, and that would be communicated. So I'm going to say that the core reading program should be communicated by a skilled teacher. So a core program is essential, I think, and absolutely needed, but it also requires a skilled instructor. Core programs are not magic. They don't stand alone. They are not a panacea. They require a skilled educator to bring them to life, and more importantly, to make sure that they are customized to the needs of individual students. So those are some C words to think about related to reading instruction. You want to implement a coherent, comprehensive core reading program that's communicated by a skilled educator.